Hello everybody, my name is Firdaus Yassin Mubarak, you can call me Firdaus, and this time I will read an article about B.J. Habibie, the President of Indonesia. B.J. Habibie, President of Indonesia. B.J. Habibie, born June 25, 1936, Parepare, Indonesia. Date September 11, 2019, Jakarta. Was an Indonesian aircraft engineer and politician who was President of Indonesia 1998-1999 and a leader in the country's technological and economic development in the late 20th and early 22nd centuries. Brilliant in science and mathematics from childhood, Habibie received his post-secondary education at the Bandung Institute of Technology in Bandung, Indonesia, and the pursued his studies at the Institute of Technology of North Rhine-Westphalia in Aachen, West Germany. After graduating in 2060, he enrolled in West Germany as an aeronautic assessor and production supervisor. Suharto took power as Indonesia's second president in 1966 and in 1974. He asked Habibie, whom he had known for 25 years, to return to the country to help build offended industries. Suharto assured him that he could do whatever was needed to accomplish that goal. Initially assigned to the state oil company Pertamina, Habibie became a government advisor and chief of a new aerospace company in 1976. 2 years later, he became research minister and head of the Agency for Technology, Evolution and Application. In this role, he oversaw a number of factories involving the production and transportation of heavy machinery, steel, electronic and telecommunication equipment, and arms and ammunition. Habibie believed these enterprises ultimately would spawn heritage ventures in the private sector and allow the countries to claim the technology. Later, in 1993, he has unveiled the first Indonesian development plan, which he helped design, and in the following year, he launched a plan to refurbish more than 3,000 vessels bought from the former East Germany Navy. At this initiative, the Finnish ministry balked at the cost of the latter and the force, while the armed forces thought that its turn had been relative. Nevertheless, Habibie got more than $400 million for refurbishing. Meanwhile, in 1990, Habibie was appointed head of the Indonesian Muslim Intellectual Association, and during the 1993 Central Board election of the country's ruling party, Golkar, Habibie helped the children and allies of President Suharto rise to top position, as in long-standing military power broker. By the late 1990, Habibie was favored as one of several possible successors to the aging Suharto. In March 1998, Suharto appointed Habibie to the vice presidency, and 2 months later, in the wake of large-scale violence in Jakarta, Suharto announced his resignation, thrust unexpectedly into the country's top position. Habibie immediately began to implement major reforms He appointed a new cabinet from Suharto Fred Suharto as Doctor as Social Affairs Minister as well is his longtime friend and Trade and Industry Minister, named a committee to draft restrictive political law, allowing a free press, arranged for free parliamentary and presidential election the following years, and agreed to presidential term limit to 5 years term. He also granted amnesty to more than 100 political prisoners. In 1999, Habibie knocked that East Timor, a former Portuguese colony that had been invaded by Indonesia in 1975, court choice between special autonomy and independence. The territory post-independence Indonesia held free general election, the first since 1955. In June, as promised later that year, Habibie ran for president, but he withdrew his candidate shortly before the October election, which was won by Abdurrahman Wahid. After Wahid took office, Habibie essentially stepped out of politics. Although in 2000 he established the Habibie Center, a political research institute. Thank you and goodbye.